Flop.
What does this tell you about your recruitment policy?
This is youth players.
Who are playing.
Academy. Squawka have asked us to rank every player that's appeared in the Premier League this season from Manchester United and Manchester City from worst to best. Stephen, are you ready for some fun?
It's going to be easy.
It's going to be easy. First, before we dive in though, how are we ranking them? Are we ranking them this season, all time? I think we should go.
Well, I mean, we said this season in the intro, so we should go for that, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah. So no.
I mean, there's a bit of like, you know, I think mostly a little bit of like all time and mostly this season. I think you kind of can't really ignore who they are to an extent, but I think largely this season. So
who's even this guy? Foden?
Who even has half these names on this list?
Well, these are young lads that are playing for Manchester United. They're going to be big cheeses when push comes to shove. Right,
should we just move all the blue to the top and all the red to the bottom?
Absolutely not. But first, I think we've got to start with the worst player. I'm going to put a candidate out there. Senor Bravo. Worst player out of both squads.
He would probably be halfway up your list, so that's probably not actually true.
Well, in comparison to the goalkeepers, let's say, Ederson, much better than Bravo. You're looking at David De Gea.
I mean,
miles ahead of Bravo. This guy has got a mistake in him.
It'd always be offensive to have any Man City player at the bottom of this list comparing these two teams. So that's just not going to happen fundamentally because I think, man to man, it's embarrassing if we're being honest. We'll put down someone like Phil Jones or Dalot or someone like that. Dalot's had like half a game or something. How much has Jones even played?
Played a bit.
Played a bit.
Played a little
bit.
Played a few
Absolutely
games.
Terrible. Pereira's shocking.
In your personal opinion, not the views reflective of Statman Dave.
The views are vast majority of
people. But Bravo you can't defend Bravo this season. What game did he play? He was absolutely atrocious. Every single time City play with Bravo, you look terrible.
You know what? Given the fact that it's going to be basically, I think a dash of blue near the bottom somewhere would be nice. I reckon actually just aesthetically. So I'll let you have that just to make you feel better. But other than that, that's a pity move. It's a pity move. The rest of them,
I'll take the little victories I can get today, to be quite honest.
Other than that, get these three right down there because they're just bad.
Again, Andreas Pereira. What a performance against Liverpool. Can't ignore that fact.
He's still absolutely.
What happened when you guys played Liverpool this season?
You're really going to go for that?
1-1 draw. Andreas Pereira stopped Fabinho. This man cannot be there. He needs to be mid-table.
He's not mid-table.
He needs to be mid-table.
One performance does not make a season, does it?
But at the same time, one performance.
To be honest,
what did your midfield do against Liverpool? Absolutely diddly squat. Andreas Pereira, tackling, combative.
But the fact that Pereira exists is the reason why Man United are so bad they are. The fact that you talk about him as a player with any value whatsoever suggests exactly where Man United have fallen.
I'm just talking about the Pereira. He thought he's wonderful performance.
Good performance.
What a man! Like you got to highlight when he plays well.
He wasn't even that good. He was okay. He was
what
decent.
Happened when your attacking midfielder played against Manchester City? Yeah, he lost the game, Stephen.
This is all you got. You played badly against Liverpool.
Eric Garcia, get him to the bottom. The man has played 5 minutes against Burnley. What's he been doing? Nothing. He's been less good than Phil Jones.
What the hell's Gunnar done? He's not even a footballer.
Jimmy Gunnar is a wonderful footballer.
Yeah, and put him right down at the bottom.
That is disrespectful. Jimmy will be the heart of Manchester United's midfield. Played a few minutes. Jimmy.
Put him below.
Controlling the tempo, taking it down. No, absolutely not. No. Above Garcia.
This guy
above
as well.
Pereira and Dalot and Jones. Garcia's played 5 minutes.
No, he's supposed to play against Watford.
He's rubbish.
Yeah, he's not rubbish.
He's definitely below Pereira. I'm not having that at all. Pereira's got to be above those two. Pereira's actually played some good games for Man United this season.
I'll let him have that, but Garner's below Garcia simply because...
No, definitely not.
But he
can't have that. Garcia.
What's Gunnar done?
What's Garcia done? He's been rubbish.
He's playing for a better team.
He's basically like a testimonial player.
Do you know how hard it is to get into
He only comes on at the end of the game.
To get into Manchester City's team full stop immediately probably makes him a better player than Gunnar. Because Gunnar essentially is there because no one else is. Garcia's there on basically merit.
I can't believe you're disrespecting my man Diogo Dalot.
He's not a footballer either, is he?
He's not a footballer.
Not anymore.
Best young fullback in the world by Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho, how many titles has he won?
Where's he gone?
How many Champions Leagues has Jose Mourinho
Where's he gone?
Got a good gauge for defenders. I think Garcia's got to be below Phil Jones.
Put them next to each other just to make him happy, all right? Make Dave happy.
This Diogo Dalot thing is getting to me as well. Diogo Dalot's got to be jumping above.
He's not played.
He's played more minutes than these two.
Has he though?
Absolutely.
Has he?
Yeah.
How much has he played?
He's played a few games.
Has he though?
Before his horrible hip injury that's obviously
and he was terrible.
Stops him. But when he's going to come, he wasn't terrible. We need more respect for Diogo Dalot.
He's a very average footballer. Looking down that list, Tuanzebe's played about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Tuanzebe's played really well for United this season. He's been the best out of this list so far.
Chong is
Do you even watch Man United?
Chong actually is naff. That's not even a controversial opinion. Gomez has played 1 substitute appearance. Get him down there.
A great substitute appearance. Really, really well.
Williams is actually a decent little player, I'll give you that. But he was pretty poor against pretty poor at the weekend. So he's.
But then you look at your fullbacks. Your fullbacks are a disgrace.
We're international footballers.
What, Benjamin Mendy? Benjamin Mendy, put him at the bottom. This man spends more time in the nightlife of Manchester than actually playing football.
But he's still twice the footballer Williams.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's been poor this season, though.
He has been pretty poor.
He's been pretty rubbish this season. How are we judging this video? This season, Benjamin Mendy, fraudulent behaviour.
I'll have him alongside Williams then. I'll let you have that.
Brandon Williams. He's been one of our best players this season.
It's funny because other than that,
No.
One of your best players. He's played 3 Premier League games.
He scored against Sheffield United in the historic 3-3 draw. You not see that goal?
The
technique, left foot, comes inside, bang, right foot. What a goal that was. That was probably one of the goals of the season.
Man City fans
Unbelievable, that. Unbelievable. Great football. Benjamin Mendy, that. Williams has got to be up there. Williams has been one of our best players this season, so he's got to outrank everyone else.
Do you know what? He can be above this bunch of nothingness here. As long as
Tuanzebe has got to be behind him, just in
Why? He's played like 1 game.
He hasn't. He's played more than 1 game. Tuanzebe came in when we had injuries.
Average.
This fella, Lindelof, Swedish. Lionel Messi at the back. Bonucci, hybrid number 2. He got injured. Tuanzebe came in. Didn't look out of place.
How many points did you drop during that?
Points are for people that want points.
It's all
about development of young players. Manchester United, clear history of young player.
Where are you in the table?
And a slightly older Phil Jones.
Where are you in the table because of that?
What does it matter, though?
It matters everything.
What does it matter? We're going to be Europa League champions of the world. It's fine. Right, let's get some frauds from Man City. Angelino! Come on, you can't defend that man. He's got me.
No, sorry, but he literally played really good last night against Burnley. He actually is a footballer. He's around this group, but he actually
Angelino is definitely nowhere near these guys. He's below the.
Yes, he is.
He got dropped. You bought him, and then Pep decided he wasn't good enough, and you dropped him.
He's actually genuinely a better footballer than given the fact he's actually playing in the Champions League. Given the fact that he's actually
he's played in a competition for Manchester City because he's in the squad. Nah, get him down.
Get
this man down.
He's staying there.
Angelino has got a drop.
That's just not true. He's not moving.
He hasn't done anything.
He literally starts games just now. He's got into the team now.
He starts because you got no fullbacks.
He's still good. This guy
goes partying too
Why
much.
do you think Williams
Zinchenko's injured, and then who else? You got a left back. You got nobody. Cancelo gets dribbled past by Adama Traore.
Oh, the noise! It hurts my head. The noise, that you guys speak, it's unbelievable. Young, terrible footballer. Lingard, terrible footballer. Fred, Jesus, what a waste of money!
You wanted Fred. You wanted Fred.
I'm so glad we did.
You had this Foden fella, and you wanted to sign Fred.
Foden.
So what does that tell you about your recruitment policy at the moment? Flop.
What does this tell you about your recruitment policy?
This is youth players
who are playing.
Academy.
Why are they playing?
Academy prospects. Because we're Manchester United and we promote youth. We don't
spend
all the money in the world on checkbook signings that flop, such as a Benjamin Mendy. How much did he cost you?
How much? What are we talking about?
Rubbish. Terrible.
What are we talking about? Textbook signings of flop.
Player. Well, we've got a few flops on your team this season.
Honestly, it's like talking to Boris Johnson.
You're letting Manchester United and Manchester down by, your league performances this season. It's just not been good enough from you guys. Well, these lads are.
What are you doing then?
All these terrible. We've been holding the fort for a number of years, Stephen. It's your turn now. We've been carrying Manchester on our backs.
The funny thing is, if you played our reserve second team, it would beat your strongest team comfortably. And that's not even a controversial opinion. You could put Garcia, Mendy, Angelino.
Liverpool. What was the result? 3-1.
Liverpool are probably the best team in the world.
Well, we drew with them. We could have beaten them.
Well done. Manchester City, when we were drew, we beat United every now and then.
At the same time, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this season's results. We've got to get some more United players in the mix. We've got to get more City players in the mix.
Yeah, I'm fine. Move that lot down then. Go for it. I mean, there's a lot of red there. I'm totally cool with that. It could all be moved down. I mean, I think it's harsh on Mendy, but I don't really care given the amount of red and blue there is there.
I think the younger. I think Gomez and Chong haven't played enough minutes. They need to be maybe Dalot above.
Honestly,
those two. So above Gomez and Chong.
I would have Zinchenko next for Manchester City. He started all right, but then got
injured. And then Chong down as well. Gomez above Chong, I'd say. Oh, Garner's above those two as well. So put Jimmy Garner maybe above. Yeah, above those two. And then Chong, Gomez down.
Chong's a bad footballer.
And then Dalot above those two jokers. Garcia and Garner. Dalot above them because he's a great guy. Yeah, that's a bit better.
I'm fine with this. It's okay.
Pereira, no. He's a Liverpool performance.
One
Angelino's got to go down. He's awful. He's an awful fullback.
He's actually had more good games than Pereira, though.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
But how did he play against Liverpool?
He actually did all right, actually.
He did okay.
Genuinely did okay,
But did
yeah.
his team lose?
He actually got an assist. He set up.
Yeah, down. Get him down. Get him down. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
I'm letting you have that because out of pity, actually. Out of pity. It's genuinely a pity thing.
Two young lads again.
Once again,
for Manchester United.
Do you know what? I'll let you bring them down. I'll let you have Foden next to because he hasn't played much, and I agree with that.
Foden.
I'll let you have that because he hasn't played much.
Foden.
Yes.
He's played 84 minutes in the Premier League this season.
And he's still a vastly better footballer.
84 minutes. He's
made
7 appearances.
Do you know why?
Each appearance, 12 minutes. If Pep Guardiola doesn't trust him, how can he be better than the main man Fred? Pep Guardiola wanted to sign. Pep wanted Fred. And he had Foden in his squad.
When you let me talk, that'd be nice. Basically, the reason Foden is there, and I've played this many minutes, is because he's got to get ahead of all these guys. He would be your number one midfield if he was
Kevin De Bruyne was injured last season. Foden played
he was 17.
About 4 minutes.
He was 17 trying to get a record-breaking team, one of the greatest teams of all time.
Should be in the team.
I 100% agree, but that doesn't mean he's played badly.
He's not getting the minutes. This is the problem.
But, I mean, these are getting minutes by default, to be honest. Let's be honest. And then after that, oh, wow, bunch of 4 footballers there. It's hard to choose. I
think Cancelo's got to be in there as well.
Sure.
Cancelo's not the greatest footballer.
Shaw's got to be there. I mean, come on. Like, Williams is playing because Shaw's nothing.
Williams is a good player.
I mean, Shaw should even be lower. Shaw's terrible. Shaw, you know he is in silence.
I think we maybe move it up.
I would say move up and put Shaw lower because Shaw should be down there.
Tuanzebe and Williams need to be above Ashley Young.
I would probably agree. Put Young down there because Young's been terrible as well.
He hasn't really played that much.
And Shaw is just, by his standards, like he should be so much better, but he's just such a disappointment.
But he's got to be below Williams. I think this is we need some reordering here. Below Williams.
Yeah.
Below Tuanzebe.
Zinchenko's probably next for Man City because he's been injured, unfortunately. I'll let you have that one. Still probably being more. What's Matic done this season? Wow, Matic.
Why is Matic?
Matic should be down there. Matic, given
he hasn't played that much, so you got
given his standards as well. Matic has to be like he's a painful flop. Matic should probably be at the bottom.
Nah, not lower than Bravo. Bravo's rubbish.
Low next to Jones, then Matic has just been shocking, actually shocking, and that's not even a controversial opinion. You know it is. The silence.
I just don't think he's played many minutes, so but given league form this season,
and because he's not good enough, genuinely. After that, let's have a look. Rojo, oof.
Best number 10 in world football.
Rojo's got to be lower. He's got to be lower. He just has to be.
Well, yeah, he's passionate.
He's passionate.
He takes shots from outside the box.
Dave, you're passionate. You wouldn't get on the high of the list, would you?
What would you want with Marcus Rojo, right? It's a playmaking left back.
A good football.
Should be a number 10.
Ability.
Scored a goal at the World Cup. The man has got the skills to pay the bills.
Do you think Rojo's been better than Lingard? No.
Both haven't played that much is the problem. It's difficult to judge them properly. Like why Phil Foden is in that position, nobody knows.
I would put Rojo below Foden. Genuinely.
Nah, let's put him.
I mean, Rojo is just a bad footballer.
No, he's not. Rojo's been good this season.
No, he's not.
He's generally been good this season. You haven't watched it.
No one's been good for you this season.
Rojo's played well and he's played for United this season.
The only one's been good for you. Pogba, man. What an absolute state Pogba's been so far this year. Like, genuinely, like, he doesn't even deserve. Given what he is, given how good he should be, he should be embarrassed.
Could say the same thing about Rodri. Big money signing.
Has done well.
Looks like he's not really up to the speed
of the Premier League. You didn't see the game against Burnley, did you?
I watched
you did see the first month and a half.
He just scored a goal.
He got injured, came back. Rodri is, so far this season, twice the player Pogba's been. He's been an actual footballer for one. Pogba's just been dabbing his way.
It's not his fault. He's got a bit of a toe problem.
I wonder why.
A broken bone in his foot. Nobody can pick up the metatarsal injuries. It's not really his fault, is it?
He doesn't want to play.
Maybe we throw Juan Mata in above Marcus Rojo.
Go on,
that could be quite nice.
Other than that, you get into Greenwood. Come on, he's a kid. He's a good player. Yeah. Actually a good player, but he's a kid.
4 starts, 4 goals and an assist. That is pretty decent.
What's in the Premier League?
He actually gets minutes compared to Phil Foden, who plays.
What's he had in the Premier League?
Well, he scored a great goal against Sheffield United in the 3-3 draw. One of the greatest games of football this season. This guy's contributed to fun. Phil Foden, what is he? Nothing. He's a nothing player.
In the future, number 10.
Future, if he plays any minutes, Man City.
I mean, it's pretty hard to get in our team, to be fair. I mean, I could probably get United's team.
Why is Sterling so good? Because he played enough minutes when he was a youth player. Why is Phil Foden may fail at Man City?
Why is Lingard so crap given how much money he played as a youth player?
Well, Jesse Lingard has got a job in certain games and he fulfills that. He's been quite good in recent weeks.
No, he's not.
Again, he came on against Sheffield United, changed the game. He played well against
Changed the
Astana.
game.
So the last 2 games, he's played really well.
Astana, Kazakhstan, a team no one heard of until about 4 weeks
What's
ago.
wrong with Astana? Been there, lovely place. A little bit chilly, but a lovely place.
Who mentioned the city more the team? Absolute nobodies. Genuine. You know, people do a joke about farmers. Probably actually are. And like,
Can't disrespect the professional footballers. They've done more in the game than some of these man. Look, Phil Foden. He's played hardly any minutes. All the Astana players, at least they play football.
I don't think anyone can name an Astana player.
I can name many Astana players. Tomasov, right winger, 19 goals and 14 assists in the Kazakhstani Superliga this season. I can name players. I do my research, Stephen. That's why I know this player.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you have to play against them twice, so you got no choice. Pogba's below these two because
Absolutely not. No,
yes, what's he done?
No. Cancelo and Zinchenko. They've been so poor this year. You've been poor
alright,
at fullback. He gets Adama Traore just absolutely destroyed him in the Wolves game where you lost. He really ruined him.
He played basically. He's like his second ever appearance basically, and he played at left back, and he's a right back.
He's not. Is he left back or right?
He's not a left back or right back. He's a right back.
He can cross with his left foot. Can cross with his right.
It doesn't
foot.
mean he's a left back, does it?
Yeah, but at the same time, he didn't play that well.
Actually, no. I mean, Traore's 2 goals.
And we've still got John Stones and Otamendi. Tweedledum and Tweedledee in this
both
list.
start for your team.
They wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
Victor Lindelof and Maguire are better players than John Stones and Otamendi. They are both shocking. They haven't got to the point of where they should get in both of their careers.
Otamendi is like 31, 32, and he was like basically a huge part of the Sergio.
But what's he doing this season is he's not playing well at all.
Agree.
Even Guardiola's dropped him.
I agree.
Guardiola's playing Fernandinho ahead of these 2 Muppets.
You know what? I agree, but they're still. But
then
getting
we have to say that. But then Lindelof and Maguire, Man United have got one of the best defensive records in the league. They've got the lowest expected goals against them.
Expected goals against them.
Well, it's a stat that
it is. I know, but like,
it's really
how many
regarded
goals
in the analytics.
How many goals have you actually
It's
seen?
one of these things that really makes a point, and you've got to think that these 2 mistakes. You give them the ball, they make mistakes. How many has John Stones made in the last 12 months? Thousands.
I'll let you have that.
Well, Pogba stayed.
What's Pogba actually done?
These defenders scores goals, gets assists.
How many has he got?
Loads of
How many goals has he scored?
A few, he's done all right this year.
Pull him down. Pull Pogba down.
Right, no, hold on. There's more frauds in this list.
Pull him down. Pull Pogba down next to Cancelo.
No. He's above these 3.
But no, he's barely played football, done nothing.
Yeah, but when he's played, he's been good.
Has he? Has he though?
He's
has
been good.
He really?
He hasn't been up to Scott McTominay standards. Like, we all got to be honest with ourselves there. Scott McTominay's been fantastic. And I think, he's...
By your level?
No, Scott McTominay's by the Premier League level.
He's a mid-table player.
He's not a mid-table player. He's a good player. You've obviously not
He wouldn't get He wouldn't get even near the starting 11 for any of the good teams this season.
What, ahead of Rodri?
Yes,
Rodri's in every single defensive metric, and he's been directly involved in more.
So a guy who's new to the league has had an injury.
But that's the point.
But McTominay's a midfield battler for a
more
mid-table
interceptions,
team.
more tackles, scored and assisted more goals.
Possibly because you have to do more defending.
No, it's McTominay's just an absolute beast.
McTominay's a good player, but we're stretching it. Greenwood cannot be this high. I'm sorry. He's only played a few games. He's only played a few games of football.
How many goals has Raheem Sterling scored against Sheffield United this season?
We haven't played Sheffield
United.
0.
How many goals has Greenwood scored?
How am I meant to deal with this? The idea of Greenwood and Sterling in the same conversation is offensive.
Why? Because he's one of the most talented young strikers in world football.
Games of football.
Yeah, but he's one of the most talented young strikers in world football.
He's a very good player.
Yeah, but
you're doing your thing again. You're doing it again.
It should be in the same conversation.
Just because they play for United doesn't
mean... Mahrez, 10th in the Ballon d'Or. Who was having a laugh there?
I agree.
Who broke the list? He was above Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was literally the best fullback in world football by a country mile.
I mean, he literally would be your best player still. He literally would be.
Trent Alexander-Arnold would get into any team in Europe right
What's
now.
this got to do with this video?
That's what I'm saying. Just got to be on this point of Mahrez. It's terrible.
Diversionary noise tactics, just shouting random distract me.
Right, so we're on to the starting 11.
I mean, for the record, that Pogba being that high is embarrassing, but whatever. If it makes you feel better. Put De Gea.
What do you mean, De Gea?
What a busted flush.
He's better than Ederson.
Wow.
That's
one of the most limited
one of the best goalkeepers in the world in terms of a shot stopper. Versus Ederson, who can't keep his cool, comes off his line too much. A loose cannon.
Ederson is literally breaking. Ederson's near the top. He's been brilliant for you. You dare put De Gea next to Ederson? That's embarrassing.
Can't even, he just...
Ederson's been fantastic for City this season. Genuinely been fantastic. De Gea is.
Jesus.
Did you see him last night?
Well, the first 2 goals in about 17 years.
In 7 games, actually, but we're going down that route.
2 in 7, that's rubbish. Greenwood's better than that. The scoring record's better this season than Gabriel Jesus.
Number 9, and they have to get ahead of Aguero. So other than that, looking at the list...
I think Gabriel Jesus has to go in here somewhere.
No,
he's not.
been
Like you said, he's 2 goals in the last 7 games. He's not the first.
But Gabriel Jesus has been better than Maguire. Such a disappointment for 80 million. For 80 million,
Maguire would get in your team at centre back.
He would, but that's not.
Yeah. So
don't forget how bad these have been.
Therefore, he is a better player than your centre backs. Then, if he can get in the team at centre back, you literally just said that.
You have a better coach, you'd be playing better.
But at the same time, you've just said that he's
regardless
better than
of his
your
value, doesn't mean he's playing good now.
No, but at the same time, he's better than your centre backs.
He could be.
Fact.
We don't. Well, currently, he's playing well.
He's better than your centre backs. Fact.
I'm sorry, but Edison's been one of City's best players. Like genuinely, he's gone right in the top. He's been fantastic. We're putting Sterling at the top, or maybe just in general because he's fantastic. I put Sterling above Edison.
What about Marcus Rashford then?
He's definitely nowhere near the top, is he?
Marcus Rashford's been directly involved in more goals than Raheem Sterling this season
in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Rashford's been decent, but
in a team that
would he get anywhere near Man City's team?
Absolutely, he'd be in your team this season.
Oh my God!
Do you watch Man United at all? He's been directly involved in every single player on this screen apart from Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League.
How many penalties?
1 penalty, 2 penalties, and the rest of them are goals and assists.
Out of pity, I'll let you have him near the top.
No, but
he's not been better than De Bruyne or Sterling. He's playing at a different level.
He's been directly involved in more goals than Sterling has. Sterling plays for a team that the output of the attacking output is incredible for Man City.
Because
I agree.
Of him.
But then Marcus Rashford is carrying Man United's attack.
Carrying to mid-table.
Carrying them there. He has the best expected goals in the league. You can't look past these facts. Right. He's better than Aguero. He's better than any of your forwards.
Just pull Laporte above Pogba because he has been injured. It's fantastic, but I'm humble enough to admit he hasn't had much of an impact to the season because he's been injured. Even though Laporte's still vastly better than any of your players because he's one of the best defenders in world football. I'll happily put him there. I'm sorry. Wan-Bissaka's been genuinely okay. He's been okay. He's been okay.
He's been better than any of your fullbacks.
He's been still. That's not really.
I think City's fullbacks have been very poor this season. I think Walker needs to go in there. I think Walker needs to be around this point because he's been so susceptible to pressure. He's been susceptible.
Wan-Bissaka can do anything other than just make a tackle every now and then.
55 tackles in the Premier League, 1 this season. That's more than City's fullbacks combined. The man wins tackles. That's what he does in the team. He needs to be in there. You know, the man loves to tackle.
Got in the English squad, then they dropped him immediately. What does that tell you? Like
Walker doesn't. You know, where's Walker these days?
Yeah, Walker's still a better footballer than Wan-Bissaka. Genuinely still.
He's done.
Wan-Bissaka next to Walker.
He's absolutely done.
Next to it, so we can move on.
Walker? Nah, he's above Walker.
No, he's not.
He's won more tackles.
Doesn't matter.
He's won more tackles. So he should be above it. He's won more tackles, so he should be above it.
He's a tackle merchant. Long legs, that's all he's got.
What's your problem? He wins tackles.
Well, does he do anything else?
He's going to win loads of tackles against Man City.
Does he do anything else?
He tackles. What fullback? What else do you do?
Get forward.
Tackle.
Pass.
Tackle.
Get forward.
And tackle.
Okay. Greenwood. What are you putting Greenwood? Come on.
I'd say Greenwood maybe just above Laporte.
I am not having Greenwood above Laporte. Laporte's 5 appearances are vastly better.
He's been injured though.
He's still played more games than Greenwood.
But Greenwood scored goals.
Greenwood's below Laporte, please. Genuinely, because he's played more games and he's a better footballer by embarrassingly far away. Then I'd probably have. This is a shocking list. This should be a lot
Victor
more red.
Lindelof maybe above Wan-Bissaka.
Maguire, I'd probably say longer. Say Gabriel Jesus because Jesus has been.
Maguire's been better than any of your defenders.
Well, Gabriel Jesus is a forward. What the hell have we got to do?
Like, forward from the front. Yeah, we'll get Victor in there.
I'm sorry, Gabriel Jesus. Do you know what? At this point, just put these for Martial. Oh my God, what an underwhelming footballer!
Whoa! When Martial
one good game in 5,
he plays very, very well.
But he doesn't do often. Martial is very disappointing.
I'd put him above Jesus for sure.
No, I wouldn't.
Jesus, as you said,
Martial's meant to be your star.
Yeah, but Gabriel Jesus doesn't get in the team. He can't even get in the team.
Because he's got Aguero to get ahead of.
Still, doesn't matter.
Martial got to get ahead of.
Martial gets in the team.
Because by default.
Because he plays. Every single week, Martial, just above Jesus.
And where is this team currently in the league?
Just a little bit above Jesus.
No, he's not. He's below Jesus. I'm sorry.
He's above Jesus.
He is. He's the most underwhelming.
No, he's not.
He's not. He's below him. Thank you, Chris.
It's on the same level.
No, I don't agree for that. For what it's worth. Then, to be honest, I'd just put. You've got James has been decent. He's been a good player. He's been all right. He's been okay. Very underwhelming. He's the kind of guy who wouldn't get you near your squad 10 years ago because he's not good enough.
He is good enough. He's fantastic off the ball. He's a player that Pep Guardiola would love. He'd be in Pep's team every time.
I think Guardiola loves Leroy Sane. He loves Riyad Mahrez.
How many goals has Leroy Sane scored in the Premier League this season, Steve?
I mean,
0.
The idea of comparing Daniel James to Leroy Sane is embarrassing.
Leroy Sane doesn't even want to play for Man City. He sacked it off. He's off to Bayern Munich.
He's the kind of guy who'd do all right at someone like Bournemouth.
And Manchester United and Manchester City and Liverpool. He's the perfect player.
He wouldn't get even near
City's
great team.
He's very transitional. He works well in attack and defence and on the break. Like,
and he's
very, very quick.
Right.
He's good at getting in behind. He's a good player.
He's a slightly, like, when Navas was good, he's a slightly lesser version of that. Like,
Navas, who
World Cup winner, European.
Yeah, but World Cup winner didn't start at fullback. You can't just say World Cup winner. He played about 4 minutes.
He's played what? He's Navas. Anyway, that's just Daniel James. Okay, footballer, mid-table footballer. That's what he is.
In your humble opinion.
I mean, well, it just is. He just is. He's
never your humble opinion is what we've got to say.
I mean, most of this is your humble opinion.
Fernandinho can't even play DM for you.
Fernandinho's been fantastic. I
can't even get in the team at the position that he plays.
Why
is that?
Because we've got Rodri. Because we've got
your centre backs are rubbish.
Right, bring these guys down a little bit. So who's been your best player this season? Rashford or McTominay?
They both have been absolutely excellent.
Daniel James put him around here as well. Been all right.
Get him in there.
Yeah. Then from City this point onwards.
Like Riyad Mahrez. He isn't getting. He's not getting ahead of those guys.
Well, I mean,
he's been dropped. He had like 3 good games and he gets dropped.
He's still done a lot more interesting things than any of those. So you can put him alongside James. Then there you go. Because I'll let you have that. After that, you can just start filling in Man City players. McTominay he's been good. He's still not been better than Aguero. He's not been better than David Silva.
He's been better than your midfielders. He's been better than Rodri. He's been better than Gunnar.
I'd say probably better than Gundogan, but he's not.
But he's better than Rodri.
He's not better than Rodri.
His stats are just better than Rodri's.
Put him alongside Rodri. Rodri's a vastly better footballer.
No, he's not.
How many
goals has Rodri scored this season? About 2.
Yeah. How many has McTominay scored?
Fucking nearly 20.
I'd
leave Sterling and Rashford at the top.
Rashford's not been the second best player out of all this list. Aguero's been vastly better than Rashford.
Aguero played like 5 games in a row, scored loads of goals, and then just didn't score. Didn't play. He was in my fantasy team. I know this.
99% of the world who did rather.
No, but at the same time, Aguero, in terms of these two guys.
Aguero's slight drop-off level is still much better than Rashford's highest level.
But Rashford's highest level at 22. Sergio Aguero is 29.
We're talking about what they are right now.
Into like. But then right now, Aguero's injured.
I'm not finishing this video until we have Rashford below Aguero because I'm not in any world letting Rashford be above Aguero.
I think you've got to throw in Bernardo Silva in next. I think he's the worst out of the lot.
These ones.
Players.
Yeah.
David
Silva, Fernandinho, Aguero, Sterling. Just put Sterling at the top. I'll put Rashford alongside Aguero. I'll let you do that. I'll be nice. Fernandinho below them, I reckon. I think that'll do. I think that's some of that. I mean, the fact that there's that much red that high is actually embarrassing.
All right, Marcus Rashford, 22 years old.
I mean, I'm sorry, but some of this stuff is...
Some of what?
Some of this is comical. How is, Pogba above players that have actually played all season?
Thanks for watching, guys. That is our list ranking Manchester City and Manchester United from worst to best in the Premier League this season, Stephen. That's why this
I'm sweaty and stressed now.
But anyway, Stephen, where can the good people at home, the good watchers, find you on the internet?
I have a YouTube channel called Esteemed Kompany where I talk about Manchester City. I'm a reasonable guy, hence this list. but yeah, go check out my channel for loads of Manchester City comment and all that kind of stuff. It's good, I promise you.
Anyway, that's been that for the video today. Obviously, like and subscribe if you're new to the Squawka channel, and I may see you next time or I may not, dependent on whether I get an invite to come back. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Can I just say, I was so busy arguing with Dave that I totally forgot about Kevin De Bruyne. He should be right up there at the very top because what's he doing there? Bye.